Mediocre Murad set out big goals at the start of 2024. He wanted to make 10k a month and get to 12% body fat. However, he does all the wrong habits. He wakes up late, he checks his phone every 5 seconds, he eats processed food and goes to the gym whenever he feels like it. He then wonders to himself, why am I not making progress? Why am I not getting closer to the destination? Meanwhile, exceptional Imran has unlocked the secret to success. He knows that the only difference between a successful and an unsuccessful person is their habits. He knows that if he does the good habits every day, he'll breed positive results. Assalamu alaikum, my people. My name's Pablo and I help young Muslim men become productive. Alhamdulillah, over the last 11 months, I've been able to consistently upload every day on various social media platforms. And as a result, I've picked up many life-changing productivity tactics along the way. If you want to level up and become an exceptional Imran, check out my coaching program, link in the description below. You see, the thing is here, we live in a time of great comfort in the West. Everything is easily accessible. You see, nowadays, everything is at our fingertips. You want groceries, you want takeaway, you want to get something that's not even in the UK, all you have to do is go online and order it. And it's for this exact reason why many people indulge in the bad habits. Because life in the West is so easy, everyone gets addicted to these instant gratification activities. So I began my self-improvement journey in May 2023. So I left uni and I was like, you know what? Time to start a new era where I'm bettering myself. And there was two simple goals in mind: finances and fitness. And the thing is, yeah, until the end of July, it was going well. I was eating relatively clean with some cheat days here and there. I was regularly exercising, working out. I was making a lot of progress towards launching my first business. However, by mid-August time, I hit a rut and it was probably one of the worst periods in recent times. So this was my average day. I'd wake up around 9:30 if I had to get into work for 10. Only 30 minutes awake before going to work. Bad idea. And if it was on the days off, I'd probably wake up at 10:30, 11, 11:30. And the first thing I'll do when I'd wake up is check my phone straight away. Go on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, WhatsApp. Have all these notifications right at my face as soon as I woke up. And then I'll go about my day saying, you know what? Today is the day I finally stop eating unhealthy. Today is the day where I go 1 month, 2 months, 3 months without eating junk food. And so I'll start the day off well, eating some eggs and toast, you know, a decently healthy meal. And I would always tell myself, no junk food today. However, what would happen? By the end of the day, I'd eat some junk food, whether that was cake, fried food, chai. It'd have to be something. And a lot of times I'll just skip workouts. I don't feel like it, I'm tired, I have a headache. Yeah, I had convinced myself somehow that I was on some self-improvement journey, despite the fact that all my habits were bad. They were the wrong ones to do. I wasn't bettering myself in any sense of the word. I would always think, why am I not making progress? Yeah, I'm on self-improvement and I think I'm on self-improvement. But why am I not making progress? Why am I not becoming the best version of myself? And the simple answer to this was that I was doing all the bad habits. I was doing everything wrong, which set me up for failure. However, I managed to slowly turn this around with one habit, and that was waking up early. You see, staying up after Fajr and doing work was the foundation of me turning my life around, improving the trajectory of my life forever. Because when I began to wake up early every day, I began to optimize other areas of my life. I had a better relationship with food, I was not checking my phone every 5 minutes, and furthermore, I implemented certain habits like reading and cold showers. And so what happened? I began to see results in every area of my life. I began to lose weight. I made progress in my business and my TikTok page. My mental health improved. And so literally in the space of a year, my whole life changed. Last year in September 2023, I was in one of the worst periods of my life. To nowadays, I'm in one of the best periods of my life. And it was simply due to the fact I implemented the right habits daily. You see, the good habits, they're the absolute foundation of your success. You see, the difference between a top 1% man and a bottom 50% man is simply the daily habits they did over a prolonged period of time. You see, the thing is, yeah, we all love a story where someone changes overnight, where they go from being fat, lazy, broke, to someone being rich, in shape, and, you know, well connected overnight. Yet in reality, anyone at the top built their physique, finances, network over a long period of time, over many years. It was essentially making the right decisions every day, doing the correct moves despite how they felt. The top 1% man, instead of staying up late, watching Netflix and eating junk food, he went to sleep early at 9 p.m. As soon as eating cereal in the morning, he would wake up early and do something productive. Instead of being lazy, he went to the gym and done that workout. And so over the period of many months and years, you making the correct decisions every day that benefit your future self will compound exponentially. However, if you do bicep curl 2 times a week for the next 3 years, people will notice a difference. Or for example, you post one video on TikTok, the chances of that going viral and growing an audience is minimal. However, if you post every day for the next 2 years, the likelihood of you growing an audience becomes much bigger. And this is the same with every good habit. You may not notice a difference in the first couple of weeks or months. However, over the period of years, if you're consistent, you'll see monumental results. And now you're wondering, how do I implement a good habit? So the first thing you need to understand is that in the initial stages of implementing any good habit, you need willpower. However, you can make it much easier by reducing the friction when you're trying to do that habit. So for example, you want to start waking up early at 5 a.m, 6 a.m. and do deep work for 2-3 hours every morning because maybe your studies, business, or whatever the case may be. You need to make doing that good habit as easy as possible. So of course, in those early stages, you do need willpower to get up and do the work because it bridges the gap from our intentions to automatic behavior. And so if you don't make it easy for you, you're putting yourself in an incredible disadvantage. So for example, instead of having your desk messy, no water bottle, your laptop in another room, your phone on your desk, like everything is going against you, it's going to be much harder to sit down and actually focus. So what you want to do is set up your desk for success. Clean up your desk, put your phone in another room, set up the water bottle the night before, and set up all the documents and papers that you may need for that deep work session. You don't want added friction, especially in those early stages when everything feels like an uphill battle. Another way to make a good habit stick and become a permanent part of your daily routine is by viewing it as a pleasurable experience. What do I mean by this? So recently I've been reading this book here, Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins, and he uses a concept developed by Sigmund Freud. The concept states that humans are motivated by 2 factors, seeking pleasure and avoiding pain. So every decision you've ever made is either seeking pleasure or avoiding pain. Nothing more, nothing less. And so you can literally use this to your advantage and start to mold your mindset. Instead of thinking negatively, oh, I have to go to the gym, I have to eat this bland food, I have to wake up early and do work, you can brainwash yourself into thinking positively about these habits. You can start to think, okay, if I eat clean and go to the gym, I'll think better of myself. Other people will respect me and I'll improve my chances of marrying a bint. And so in this way, you reduce the pain of having to go to the gym, feeling soreness, eating bland, clean food. Because if you continuously associate pain with the bad habit, you're most likely going to fall off a cliff and go back to your old ways of eating junk food, waking up early, being inconsistent in the gym. Later on in the book, he also adds, whatever humans focus on is where they'll go. And so one way to use this to your advantage is to focus on what you want to do and what you want to achieve. So for example, you want to wake up early and do the deep work. The worst thing you can do is think, all right, I can't check my phone for the next 2-3 hours because it'll be constantly in your mind. Because even if you associate negativity with it, you're most likely going to go on your phone. However, if you wake up with the focus of doing that YouTube script, that's what you're going to do. You're going to write those 2,000, 3,000 word scripts because your time and energy goes to whatever you focus on. And the last step in becoming consistent in any good habit is by lying to yourself. What do I mean by this? You see, the thing is, after a while, the motivation wears off. You're not excited to wake up early and do the work. You're not excited to eat clean and track your food. You're not excited to go to the gym and do bicep workouts, chest workouts, shoulder workouts. There are going to be many days where you can't be asked to wake up and do the deep work. There are going to be many times in your life where you can't be asked to go to the gym. There are going to be many periods in your life where you hate what you're doing. And it's during these times where we're most likely going to fall off and go back to our old ways of doing the bad habits. However, there is one simple solution that will allow you to bypass all these problems and issues, and that is by lying to yourself. Sometimes when you wake up, your lizard brain is going to be so loud. It's going to be like, go to sleep. You don't need to go to the gym today. You can have a cheat day. Yet there's one simple solution to this. You say to yourself, you know what? Let me just do 100 words. Or let me just go to the gym and do one exercise. You know what? Let me just eat one clean meal. However, in most cases, what happens? You get into a rhythm. You do that script. You eat clean. You hit the whole workout. And even if you don't complete the workout, you do half a YouTube script. You maybe eat junk food here and there. At least you're doing something positive. At least you're doing the good habits. Maybe at the bare minimum, but you're still doing it, which is better than most people who are very stop and start all over the place. One day yes, 5 days no, then another day yes, and then another 5 days no. Because you're going to feel way worse if you stagnate and don't do anything productive. At the end of the day, my bro, you can neglect the foundations of success. You can continue doing all the bad habits and making no progress towards your goals. Or understand that habits are the absolute foundations of any type of success you want to achieve in this life. The right habits done daily will compound exponentially over time and bring you those monumental results you want. The choice is yours, my bro. Remember, productivity is the path to your dream life.